Okay. So it looks like we're relatively back, I guess. Crap. Um, Fish is your avatar. I have a Dunkleostis as my avatar. Um, I don't know. I guess I've had that as a screen name for a few years. I don't know. I was like 15 or so when I got that. It's an ancient fish. No, I was messing around with the video settings and they don't take effect until I stop the stream. Is it fixed now? Can you even hear me? It looks like you can, because I can see my video on Twitch. Okay, let's see who we have here joining us. Oh, I can't see anyone but myself. That is great. I know there's at least 2 of you here. I assume there are, because I see you talking to me. I can only see myself as a viewer, though. Oh, and here we go. Okay, so down here I can see we have Elite TK and Ham Saibo. I'm going to go with that. I'm going to say that's your name. Talk to both of you a few times, either on the forums or in the IRC or both, so I know who you guys are. Yeah, so down here we found, I guess that's either bismuthinite or cassiterite. We had some hematite, we had some tetrahedrite, some cinnabar. Lots of fun things going on down. Native copper we found. That's a nugget, but we had a native copper vein going on down here. Some sphalerite. We had all sorts of stuff. Some gems, sapphires and emeralds. Some peaches we have. But I think I don't know. From what I hear, they actually found some iron on their own, off camera, or at least off my camera. I think they might have recorded it themselves. The owner of the server might have. And I messaged him when I started streaming. He doesn't seem to be available. He's probably doing his Bioshock Infinite Let's Play right now, so that's probably where he's at. But I think it might be about time to check out, and go back home so we can investigate. I don't know, just check out what they got going on back there with the iron and stuff. That sounds like a lot. Oh, okay, no, I want to jump. There we go. Okay, that didn't turn out so well. Okay, that's dangerous, guys. Yeah, I'm not even really sure how to get back. I know it involves some very tricky... this is not the way I came originally. Hopefully we can get back from here. We can... maybe. Let's try some stuff out. Okay. Okay, yeah, so we can get back. I originally came over from that very precarious... Those should all be popping off if we gave them any block updates. So let's not try and do that whatsoever. If we place a torch on them, they'd all go pop, 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 pop. And we'd lose our bridge. So I'm just going to go up, because I think that's the way to go. I haven't been down here since I died, and I came back the other day. I know that we use smart moving to get underneath here by crawling around on the floor. I can't actually view chat when I'm have my thing like this, so I'm going to keep that back up. Whose server is this? This is a guy named Roly Poly. He approached me when I first mentioned that I wanted to be doing a new server SMP after Spumwack closed his stuff down. Oh, look at that sprint. That's a crazy... No, it's not a good sprint at all. So this guy named Roly Poly, he approached me. He seems like a fun guy. You know, there are a bunch of guys who I met through this, and they all seem like pretty cool guys, so they're having some fun. So yeah. There's actually a lot of cave up here, but you can see where the tunnel I came through here from, because I was using the mini-map to cheat to find caves. Don't blame me. I'm lazy, and looking on your own is is not fun for streaming because you guys have to sit and watch me look for caves. Leopard crawl and armor 3. No, I don't play armor 3. I have armor 2. I don't play it much though. The other ore I forgot about. Cassiterite, sphalerite? Where? I know that we passed through like a bismuthinite vein. Oh no, here's some more. Let's check what this is. This is sphalerite? Yes, this is sphalerite here. So we actually came right through an ore vein to get down here. So, I mean, if we ever wanted to set up a base, we'd actually have some proper metals. But I think there's also a bismuthinite vein that we're going to pass right through on the staircase here. Let's speed up a bit. Just for cheating purposes. No, I feel bad actually about doing that. I don't know, I can't bring myself to cheat. This is... why would anyone make ladders like this? It seems like... okay, here's the bismuthinite. Oh my god, this is terrible. This is bismuthinite, right? It's not cassiterite or something like that? Oh, it's cassiterite. Okay, well, I don't even know the ores in the mod that I helped make. I can't really call it my mod, it's Biox's mod. Because Biox is actually... after helping me get through update on 1.5, and we're not really done yet. It's a very long process, guys. I know a lot of you are so eager for it, but there's just so much to do that's been changed. Oh, that's some nice music. You can think. I'm gonna assume his name is pronounced Menok, because it ends with a CH. My name, my real name, has a CH in it that makes a K sound. Oh no, okay, yeah, I want the world to be loading here. So I'm going to assume it's pronounced Menok. He is our musical developer and he makes some really good music. So we're going to actually enjoy his music on our evening boat ride home. I'll answer your questions, guys, when I'm done enjoying the music. I'm sorry. I actually just really like it. This doesn't look like home. Well, I don't even remember where I'm supposed to be going. It's around the island. Yes. Plans for build 77. You guys just... well, more updates to the barrels, more uses for barrels, more use for cloth, probably more to do with some temperature updates, which if anyone had stopped by the IRC channel would know about. I've been talking a bit about that there. I'll probably go in a lot more into detail about that up in the changelog when we actually go for the full 76 update. Okay, torches. That's a good sign. Here's the village. Great. Okay, so now here we are. We can actually start answering some proper questions you guys had. What did you guys say? Dev team for TFC1 is a bit small. You know what? It's actually just me and Box as developers, although you can actually technically download the code no matter who you are, although we don't really accept everyone making updates to it, unless you just have like a general purpose bug fix that we really couldn't be bothered to do ourselves. In that case, most times, I mean, if it's like, if we check out your code and you're not trying to do anything sneaky there, we'll be like, sure, what I don't give, we'll just accept that, but we won't actually give you credit for it, so that's something to be aware of. We'll say, oh, community help for that, but you won't be listed by name most likely. Box and I, we prefer just to stick to ourselves. You know, it's a big project to get someone new integrated into and to make sure that they have in mind the same ideas that we do. And I don't know, I think I'm maybe a little more open with, you know, who I can work with, but I think Box has told me before that he is... It took him a while to even find me someone that he could work with well. Me as a person he can work with, mostly just because I'm very accepting of his ideas. So that's, I don't know, I don't think we're really open to having any more people joining our team. Well, if you know anything about programming, you can technically download, and if you can know how to set it up, you can set up Build 76 right now. We're not stopping anyone from downloading it if they know how to work with it. And you can mess around with it all you like on your own. If you release it, we will come after you. We don't really have any legal authority to, but you're going to be probably one of the least favorite people in the community. We'll do horrible. Please don't. And besides, it's really broken right now anyway, so unless you have god powers and you're not god powers, special superpowers, and you think you can fix, I don't know, like 50 bugs overnight, yeah, that's about it. Not 50 bugs, 50 major bugs, you know, like lots of horrible things. The code is not released. The code is slightly open source. It's like it's on a repository so that Box and I can easily communicate with each other and share the code between us. We don't prevent you from, we don't have like a restriction on who can download the code, only who can submit changes to the code. I mean, it's never been hidden from you guys. I mean, until the point where I actually, you know, submitted it online for Box to access. You know, I mean, up until that point, it's only on my computer. But after that, it's always been open for anyone to look at. Yep. So I don't know what we're doing. I'm kind of just been walking back and forth. For those of you who may be new. That might just be UTK, I don't know. We got anyone else here? I can't tell who's joining me on the stream right now. Oh, we have someone else. We have someone named Stepanes. I'm gonna go with Stepanes. There we go. Yeah. Hello, newcomer Stepanes. For those of you who might not know, this is my house. It's a weird looking roof, but I'm okay with it, I guess. I think this is like aspen or birch or something. I think that would have been a better choice of wood color for me. I would have preferred it. But we're going to go with what we got. Tornado mod gives the cool leaves. He's got a bunch of mods on his server, which is why we have Smart Moving and Zan's minimap. And the tornado mod does not have the waves or actual tornadoes turned on. He just wants the kind of the wind to sound effect and the leaves falling down. So I think that's pretty cool. Tornadoes in TerraFirmaCraft probably would not go well because everything is really hard to make. You know how many Douglas fir we had to chop down to make this? It's ridiculous. Because you only get 2 plank blocks from one log. So that means, I guess it would take it, I don't know. I guess that means it takes twice as many. I mean, it requires tool resources, obviously. It takes twice as many logs as it would in vanilla. block IDs. Sorry, I don't understand the context. I forgot block IDs? What do you mean? I don't understand the context. Is the server listed on the forums? It's not a public server, so I don't believe so. There's a private server for a few, I guess really just two Let's Play series right now, mine and the owner of the servers. And if if he was actually paying attention to his Skype, he might be joining us right now. But Roly Poly is not here. He won't be joining us today, most likely, unless he decides to respond before I'm done streaming and wants to join us for the small amount of time left over. So I guess, is this like a charcoal pit or something? I don't know. That would be a large charcoal pit. If they want to fill that up, that'd be great, because I don't really like making charcoal. Probably, look, because it's got a ladder at the side, or a staircase. So there's our boat. I don't know what we're going to do today, guys. I guess we can kind of just take an inventory of what we got going on here. There's not much I really can do without the rest of the server joining us. I don't know where they're hanging out today. I mean, I guess some of them, I haven't really met all of them necessarily yet, because they live all over the world, Australia, Iceland, other places, I'm sure. The two main guys who I play with, though, I mean, I guess who I played with the most, just one more than everyone else, are both from America, which, me being in the Eastern Standard Time Zone, makes it easier for me to play with them. Yeah, so it looks like we have some cassiterite, some peat, some charcoal, some copper going here. I guess we can make some more bronze if we wanted to. Up here we got a lot of coal, because they found a big coal vein. They got some jet, some clay molds. They're pretty well set up here. The bronze tools. We're in the bronze age right now. We're looking towards getting some iron stuff going on. They got some liquid bronze in there. That's good. They're ready for stuff to happen. I don't know why they're holding on to the rotten flesh, because that's really useless. But, I don't know. Whatever floats their boat. I guess we can look downstairs. I think this is the refrigerator area. They can just keep as many ores as they want down here. These are all... Wow, they have stuff in here. I didn't realize they actually... Huh. I'll have to remember this. They have why would they make a brass sheet? What? There's no use for brass yet. I'm going to leave you with that word there. Doesn't appear to be much else, but they showed me. I didn't really think they used it much. Oh, this is our pig friend. I guess this is their laminite that they found, because they found some iron ore. They found next to none. What they told me they found ore. That's ridiculous. So they have a lot of native copper, some bismuthinite. I think this is the first copper they mined. So we're not. We're not getting into iron anytime soon. I guess we could make an iron. I wouldn't really want to do that without them. But I guess we could make one, but it would be really rather small. I know that they keep some ore in other buildings, so I'm going to go look there. In the severe hope that they've actually located something other than that pitiful 10 pieces of laminite. Or 11 if you count the one on the wall, but I don't think they're going to count that. So we got some more coal here, some small bismuthinite. Yeah, so this is so this earlier. So we have some cinnabar here, some graphite. Wow, I haven't really come across graphite much at all. A lot of sphalerite, a lot of native copper, some gold. So I think we found some tetrahedrite. If we could actually get some, we might be able to, because we can make some black bronze, which is stronger than regular bronze. I think it was that black bronze was inspired by orichalcum, and from some record, I think we found that one record talked about it as being like a dark purplish metal, and or like a purple sheen to it, and I don't know, the chemical composition of it I think was disputed, but one source we found talked about it being silver, gold, and copper. So we're like, okay, that seems legit. So we made a metal, and we called it black bronze. And so there you go. So if you're playing Skyrim, you want to Or TerraFirmaCrafting like Skyrim, you want to get some orcish armor, just make some black bronze. And there you go. Cinnabar turned into mercury. No, the current rate Cinnabar is only turned into redstone. I don't think we have any really real plans for mercury, so I don't really see a point in doing it. I mean, unless you wanted some sort of thermometer, but you can make alcohol thermometers. Most thermometers today, I think, are made with red dye and alcohol. And everyone and their mother is demanding alcohol, so that sounds probably like a more likely path to go down. So it looks like we only had that pitiful 10 laminite. From what they said, it sounded like they had more than that, but apparently they don't. So we're a little high and dry here. When they next log on, I hope they grab all the, I don't know how many, we had like a couple stacks of hematite there. I hope they grab all that because we are not doing so hot over here. You know what? I'm gonna actually melt that down just because it's just not. They can melt down my hematite. I'm gonna melt down their limonite, and it'll be a little trade. I mean, they get the better end of the deal. I mean, I got to do it first, but they get to do it more. So that's what we're gonna do here. Limonite like hematite. Limonite like hematite or hematite is a pure iron ore, whereas magnetite is also a platinum ore. So that's just a little fun. No, it's not even that fun. It's just information, probably not even relevant to you. But whatever. So we're going to put this in the bloomery. I think we'll put in 12 pieces of charcoal. So, oh, is this okay? Yeah, that's definitely deep enough. So we're gonna put that in, and that in, and that in. Great. And we're gonna check the temperature. Okay, and we're gonna whack on the bellows. Meh. You know what? We're not going for realism, pure enough alcohol. Do you know how alcohol is going to be made? You're going to stick, like, I don't know, barley, if you want beer, in a barrel, and you're going to let it sit there in the water, and then it's going to be done. Okay, I mean, I haven't done that yet just because I've been lazy, and that probably won't be until 77. But that's it. It's not going to, there's like no yeast, none of that crap. So, I mean, if you want, I mean, this is not brewery craft. I've said that before. This is TerraFirmaCraft. I'm sorry, we're not trying to make a full, you know, brewery simulator here. Cauldron? No, we're not using cauldrons. Cauldrons are silly. Make this too easy. Meh. Meh. I mean, alcohol is more of a novelty item because you can't really get drunk, really, unless I add some sort of weird potion effects for that. So, I mean, can't be really game-changing. Oh, my brother is messaging me on Skype. I hope you guys can't hear that. No. No. Balancing a game that difficult is quite difficult. Oh, I mean, I don't know. Is this working? I gotta put more charcoal in there. I've just been holding down the bellows for so long. It's very hot though, that fire, I guess. Meh. You know, I don't really care. The charcoal. So with iron, because it needs to get so hot, the melting point of iron is 1,538 degrees Celsius. That's quite high. You know, I find that because it consumes at least one charcoal just to heat the bloomery up, and you consume charcoal fat at a greater rate when you're pumping with the bellows. Hello, Silveroon. Welcome back. You are probably my most loyal viewer on Twitch. What do we have here now? We have reload chat. I can't see so. Okay, there we go. So our viewers are Elite TK, Ham Cybo, Maxwell 23461. Probelcio, Silveroon, and Stepanes. Yeah, we're gonna go with Stepanes. Is it There we go. We got some. And look, we have no leftover charcoal, so it looks like we had just enough. I mean, I guess I was going on the bellows pretty hard. So this is our first pig iron. Awesome. We're gonna load that up in here. And that is the first iron we have ever made. We have nowhere near enough to do anything useful with it, but that is okay. So that is that is so far the highlight of the stream, making that iron. Great for that, I guess. Woo! No, I'm sad. I'm not really sad. Okay, TK, if you keep talking about that, I will actually kick you from the IRC next time I see you on there. That's really not appropriate. Climbing in a tree now, I guess. What do we got here? Cabbage seeds. Yes. You better be sad. Okay, so... Ooh. Sounds like we have some friends. This is their pig breeding attempt. Breeding and all that stuff is all fixed up. I mean, the animals don't really walk around much, but the breeding is fixed. Bill 76. You know, you're going to breed some pigs and you're going to see a whack ton of pig babies pop out, and they're not going to suffocate. Hello, zombie friend, and it's going to be great. Don't you dare hit me. Yes. Oh, there's rotten flesh. Anyone else have any questions they want answered? We need to get some water. The ocean is right over here, so let's go take a drink. I guess I could try decorating my house. I don't really know how to go about doing that. Anyone want to give me any pointers? I drink some of that salt water. So nothing. Actually, I think it's probably much all freshwater. Freshwater squid. Yes. Even though there's only rocks there, you'd think that some of them would dissolve into the water, you know, like the calcites and stuff. So, I mean, even though calcites aren't really salts, if there's rock salt touch in the ocean, that might make them salty. I guess rock salt is a positive ice. You know, we're not going to get into geology. Why can't I see stars? Yes, Roof. Thank you for coming back. You know what? I'm going to move my bed up here. Just because, and then we're going to sleep in it to reset my spawn point. Awesome. Metal arrowheads. You know what? I considered that. But I don't know how you balance that, because currently it's like 8 arrows comes from 1 rock, 1 stick, and 1 feather. And unless you're going to have like, you're going to make 1 arrowhead, which is going to turn into 8 arrows, I don't see how you could balance it properly. Unless we somehow made stone arrowheads this thing, and then each arrow cost an individual stick and feather. That'd be a little interesting. In that case, yeah, you could make, like, I don't know, 16 arrowheads from 1 piece of metal, and that would give you 16 arrows, and it would require, I guess, you know, it'd be a different conversion rate from the 8 arrows you get from, I guess, the 1 rock. But you wouldn't be consuming half as many sticks and feathers for each arrow. That's just something I was considering when I was thinking about that, because I don't know how I'd want to restructure stone arrows, because I guess I'd have to. I think Box said he's actually going to be reworking the early game with me. He says he's taking a break from TFC 2 to come back and work with me on TFC 1. He's going to get me doing some more animals, so I guess I'll probably see the deer that I made a while back actually implemented into the game, instead of floating around as an egg in the creative inventory. Probably have to work a little bit more on how they behave, because they currently like run away as fast as they can from anyone and everyone. So that might be a little interesting just to rework that, see what we can do, because we want to expand on the early game before it's... Box is not happy with the Stone Age. We want to, you know, give you more things to do. We want to see, I don't know, larger communities working on agriculture and stuff without metals, you know, Stone Age communities and stuff. We think that'd be pretty cool. But having all the monsters is not really conducive to that, because you have to get good, sharp weapons and stuff pretty early on. We don't really like that. So I think what we're going to have is probably soup up the bad guys, so make them more powerful, but stick them all underground. So your skeletons and zombies will live in the depths of the earth. And you probably have bears and the wolves and stuff. And I guess the bears are already implemented in single player at least, but we'll probably make those more powerful, make those more violent, put them on the overworld, and so those will be kind of your enemies on the surface. Box was working on cassowaries because those seem to be his favorite animal. I'll see what I can do with his model and see if I can get it working again, because I have been told I am good at that. I don't know, I guess I can put a link in the description of this on YouTube too, in case anyone's never seen it. The start of the model I did for elephants, because I did that a while back. Also some pictures of deer in case no one's seen them yet. Just to give people an idea of what they can expect, because I did start on an elephant model, which I never got really get around to finishing. It doesn't have any legs, but it has like a body and a face and a trunk and everything, all that stuff. It has a lot of boxes. A lot of them. I don't know whoever's seen that before. You have spearheads. Yeah, I don't know if we'll have javelins and stuff. I think javelins were supposed to be exclusively for Stone Age, and you're supposed to move on to swords and maces. I mean, we still haven't made a difference between maces and swords yet. I think we're going to be doing that sometime in the future. Probably just maybe give one of them an effect or make them useful in different situations, just to make it more fun. Make it more of a strategy game to see what you want to do with them. I don't know. I think that'd be pretty cool. So I don't know. What are we gonna call this video? Just like hints at the future? Because there's not much else we're doing here. You know, we got some iron. But other than that, I'm just telling you secrets and running around doing not much else. And I don't really remember being here too much. Oh, this is a nice house. I like this. I like this room up here. The nice ocean view. That's actually really nice. Built into, is this like a mountainside over here? I don't know. This looks really good. And if it's not a mountainside, that's a little weird. But I think it's a mountain, like a real mountainside, because of the way the cliff comes out like that. So that's actually, I really like that. I wish this was my house. We're gonna crawl in here. Oh, Crucible. Okay, since there's technically nothing in the game that's currently called a Crucible, what do you mean by a Crucible? You're looking through things. I think nest box is something to do with chickens. Stop looking through things that we're not ready to talk about yet. See, that's the problem we have with people looking at the code beforehand. It's because you start seeing things and you go, hey, what's this? What's this? What's this? And we're like, we're not supposed to talk about that yet. It's just there. No, don't worry about it. Yeah, I think chickens originally planned to work like that, so you were going to, we're trapped. We're just going to sit here for a little bit so I can answer some questions. We were going to, I guess, have chickens lay eggs in nests instead of pooping them out in the ground all over the place. So you'd get a few eggs every week or so. Because chickens are really, really useful for food right now, and I want to cut that down a little bit just because some people are finding an abundance of food, which I'm not entirely happy with. So yeah, that'd be a thing. I mean, you might find like a wild nest box, in which case, I mean, like just a nest, in which case you'd be able to grab some eggs or that, or just be able to build a nest box for your chickens, and so they would sit in them, sleep in them, whatever. Female chickens, of course, you'd have to make male, and because in that case, it's a lot easier to prevent them from. You just make them not drop eggs at all, and just periodically lay eggs in any nest box they see. Yeah, basically. The chicken would claim it, lay eggs, and then there'd probably be a timer on the nest to see if the eggs will hatch. And if they do, you get little baby chickens, and if not, I mean, I guess you take them out before they hatched. That's about it. Any more questions you guys got? Do I like cake? Not really. You know what? I'm not a big fan of cake. It seems too sweet to me. Like a lot of other sweet things, cake never really. I mean, I like ice cream cake a lot, just because for some reason that appeals to me. You know, I didn't get enough ice cream cake when I was little. I do enjoy a good pie. You know, not as much into meat pies. You know, but like the dessert pies, I usually go with pretty well. I don't like quiches at all. Yes, ice cream cake is a very popular type of cake. Well, let's actually do something here. Let's get out of this little hole in the hillside. Okay, I'm just gonna hang here for a little bit. Weight. Okay. W-E-I-G-H-T. What do you want to talk about weight for? No, I may be Canadian, but I do not like mac and cheese at all. No, because metal weight and how the tier it's at are not related in any sense at all. Iron, I think, is generally lighter than bronze, isn't it? Because copper is a pretty dense. I think copper's pretty dense, at least. I think bronze is heavier than iron in some cases. So you can't really make weight. You could make weight proportional to the type of metal. We wouldn't make it. Yeah, bismuth bronze is quite dense. Okay, when I say don't like mac and cheese, there was something my mom made for me when I was quite little that I took a strong liking to, and that is you make mac and cheese, except that you put in half of the cheese and you mix in cooked ground beef with like some onion seasonings in it, and it tastes very, very good. Very, very delicious. I'm gonna steal some more food here because things, and I don't have any of my own. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, I don't know how we'd make weight, because if we made it realistic like that, you have any armor on at all, and I think we'd like to make it so that not having armor is really like a death sentence, just to make things more fun. Because I am increasing the durability of armor, but I think like 10 times in build 76. So that's something you guys can look forward to. Your armor will last 10 times longer. Except for leather. Screw leather. Yeah. So I think we'd like to make it so that you are going to be pretty damn susceptible to nearly everything without any armor on. If we made armor realistic like that, you jump in the water and like just drop like a rock, or drop like a guy in a full suit of metal armor, and sink and drown, and that would not be fun, just from a gameplay perspective. Another thing, I mentioned body temperature earlier, I think. In build 76, you guys will be able to check that. Probably won't make a difference until build 77. We can get things like wool armor implemented. But until then, you guys can check, because the new temperature calculations will be in build 76. So you can check out, F3 you can check out what the temperature is. This is old calculations, obviously. You'll have to check out what your new temperature is. Snow will fall properly if it gets cold enough in your climate during the winter, or any month at all, really. If it ever gets below 0 and it starts to rain, it'll come down to snow, and snow will form on the ground, and everything will be great. But you'll be able to check your body temperature with a command like that, That is not a command yet, but it will be a command in build 76 as well as there's another command that was requested on the forums, not forums, the IRC for server ops, admins, whatever you want to call it, and you're going to type like that's my account, my name, and you go like that. This doesn't work yet, but if you type that, that would set my health. So that's set player stats of my character. Health to 100%, hunger to 100%, and thirst to 100%. Right? So if we didn't put any name at all, we just did that. I mean, this would do the same thing, but this is specifically whoever you are. If you did like that, would kill me. That's not really a command yet, though. So that command is only available for ops and admins on servers, or if you have cheats enabled on your regular game. So the body temp thing, it won't have any effect right now, but that's just so you guys can take a look at how your current climate will affect you in the future in build 77. For temperature, if it is too cold, sprinting will heat you up. Wearing wool armor will heat you up even faster when you're moving around. But because wool armor is not implemented at 76, it's just any leather armor. So wearing leather armor will make you heat up faster if you're in a cold climate. Also, standing near or around fire pits will heat you up. The more fire pits, the more you heat up. But proximity and temperature of the fire pit is not going to make a difference, just because people need to stand next to forges all the time, especially very hot ones, and that would be a bit of a problem if we burnt you to crisps. It would not be fun. So that's some things you guys can look forward to in the next build. Hey, it's raining. Cool. What month is it? It is July. Woo! Really, the 4th of July. I do not celebrate that, as I am Canadian. Canada Day is actually July 1st, which is our Independence Day equivalent. It's the founding of our country. My country, at least. Well, what, like 33 million of us? Yeah, there's not much. Not many people here. Big open place with no one around. Yeah, that's why I was talking to my friend the other day, and he was like, what would you do in a zombie apocalypse? And I'd be like, I don't know, probably go out to the backwoods, you know, where there's like no one for hundreds of kilometers / miles, no zombies around. I don't know, just grab a gun or two, hunt some deer or some shit. Perfect, you know, no one comes, you probably won't meet anyone for the rest of your life. No zombies or anything. Big open land with no one else around. Fun times. It is, you know, a lot of Canada is a lot like Alaska. There's the northern areas, but like Alberta, from what I hear, I mean, there's some obviously concentrated populous areas. I say Alberta just because I know Manitoba and Saskatchewan are, if anyone knows where those are mostly just flat open plains from what I can tell. Alberta has more forests though. It's pretty just like a lot of empty areas. I know there's a national park there, but it's a lot. I mean, because we're like a little larger than the U.S. in terms of land area, and like 1/10 of the population. So it's not that hard to go find somewhere where no one else is around, and you wouldn't run into any zombies. And that's what I do. So if you become a zombie, don't forget that I said that, because I don't want you hanging out with me. Is Alberta mainly prairie? You know what? I've heard that, I mean, I know there's like the Badlands, there's Badlands in Alberta, but I heard that there's more forest there than, because I know Banff National Park is forested. That's in like, I think that's the southwestern corner of Alberta. But I know there's more stuff out there than there. Maybe you go up to the Northwest Territories? No, the Northwest Territories is also kind of open, isn't it? Tundra, sometimes. I don't know what I'm talking about. Most of you probably don't even know what I'm talking about, because I can't imagine Canadian geography is high on the priority lists for education of most places on the planet. Oh, you want me to increase how much damage creepers do? I don't know. I'll never really like creepers. I don't even know if we'll keep them in the future, just because they're very, very destructive. Especially when you have the pink sheep. Why are you pink? How are you pink? I don't... Pink sheep don't exist in real life. Please get rid of them, yeah. Because they're quite destructive in a game like TFC where things take so long to build. They're not the most fun, you know. Like, especially like a creeper comes along and blows up the statue that you just finished chiseling, and you're just like, you know what? Screw life. And then you stop playing TerraFirmaCraft, and we're like, no, please. Anyway, so yeah, that's I don't know how much else I got to talk about unless you guys want to ask some more questions. You could dye a sheep pink, but I don't think anyone really did. I don't think that'll be a thing in the future, because I like the suggestion that someone gave me, which is you make dyes in barrels, then you're going to put the cloth or whatever in the barrel, and that way the dye won't actually ever be in your hand or on your person, necessarily, unless like we can just put whatever makes the dye into the barrel and mix it up in there, and that way I won't have any dyeing items. People were requesting carpet in some way, shape, or form. I don't know how I'd go about doing that without, you know, taking up a full block. I'd like to see if I could do that though, because you guys are right. Without the wool blocks, carpets won't be as big. It won't be really possible. But we'll see what we can do about that. Because I mean, I don't want, because otherwise, if it's like sitting on top of the block, that means that you can't place anything. Like if you wouldn't be able to have I don't know, like an anvil on top of the carpet. I don't know why you'd have an anvil on top of the carpet. Anything that doesn't take up a full block at its base would not be able to have a carpet underneath it. Like if you tried to put a chair down. Yeah, I guess I could do overlay texture, but we'd have to be keeping track of the fact that there is a carpet block there, because you can't be storing two block IDs in the same block. So I don't know how you'd really make it remember unless you used a tile entity, but I don't think tile entities are really the easiest thing on the processor necessarily. Tile entities or whatever, or whenever you want to save data that you can't save in just a regular block, which is anything specific about that block. So like a chest has a tile entity, and a fire pit has a tile entity. Forestry leaf blocks have tile entities. If you ever played forestry and you do the tree breeding and stuff, all that, tile entities. All that fun stuff. Yeah, it really does suck. There's not much we can do about it. I have a lot of sticks in here. That makes me happy. I have some Douglas fir planks. I got some saplings. Store my amethyst. Got some conglomerate and some dacite. Well, there you go. Yeah, you just learned something. Awesome. So I don't know what we want to do, guys, because I've just been answering questions mostly. Next time, I'll probably actually find something to play with so we can get something accomplished. That'll be more fun just to have someone else to play with. No. If we overhaul that, we'll probably have to do base edits, and we're not doing base edits. That is something we have forbidden ourselves from doing. I don't know if we'd have to do base edits, but it seems like we would have to, so I don't want to go near that. And if you have to just change how all the data is stored and retrieved, and I just... blech. I mean, at that point, other than the rendering, you're pretty much making a whole new game. Nearly, and I don't really see much point in that. Challenge yourself? No. 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 Be a I'm not a piranha. I told you. It's a Dunkley hostess. That's why it's my username. This is a texture rendering error. It's because it thinks there's a block here, and so oh great, I don't have to render textures on that side. They lived in the Devonian period, this Dunkleostis, and they were quite large and quite dangerous, and I thought they were pretty cool when I was a young person first making some forays on the internet. It's pretty lame, but I didn't have anything else, and that's what I stuck with, and so now I'm Dunk. Because no one can apparently pronounce Dunkleostis or Dunkleostis or Dunkleosteus. I guess it really means Dunkel's bone. Osteus, meaning bone, you know, osteoporosis, all that osteus stuff. Because I think there was a guy named Dr. Dunkel. Terrible name in my opinion, who discovered it. And there you go. Be a real... No. They're like, what, the size of a bus? And I would rather be me, because they were probably pretty dumb. And I like my brain nice and human-y. You know, like, also I like my lungs, so that's something as well, you know, breathing air, and having fingers to program with, develop games. So, I don't know how long we've been doing this right now, and I don't really care. I think we're going to be wrapping things up soon because my voice is starting to hurt and I want to have, I don't know, dinner soon probably. And we'll see if next time we can get someone else on to play with. TerraFirmaCraft? No. So I will see all of you. No, I don't like this rain. Go away, rain. I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk with you here. So let's go into the basement. Did that make it any better? A little bit. Let's turn the music down a little bit. Okay. So, let's actually try and get this so that my, what I say actually makes it into the recording. So, I will see you all later.